The Art of Justification. How narcissists manipulate language to rationalize their abusive behavior. Narcissists are skilled at justifying their actions and manipulating language to avoid taking responsibility for their behavior. They use a range of tactics to minimize or dismiss the impact of their actions on others, shifting blame and making excuses in order to avoid accountability. Narcissists have a deep-seated need for control and admiration, and they will go to great lengths to maintain their sense of superiority. Justifying their behavior is one of the many ways they do this. By minimizing the impact of their actions on others, they can maintain the belief that they are always in the right and that others are at fault for any negative consequences. This allows them to avoid taking responsibility for their actions and to continue engaging in abusive behavior. One of the key tactics narcissists use to justify their behavior is gaslighting. This involves manipulating someone's perception of reality in order to make them doubt their own experiences and memories. Narcissists may try to twist the other person's words or make them feel like they are being overly sensitive or irrational. This can make it difficult for the victim to recognize the abusive behavior for what it is, and can allow the narcissist to continue engaging in the behavior without consequences. Additionally, narcissists may use their charisma and charm to manipulate others into believing their justifications, even when they are clearly untrue. This can create a cycle of abuse in which the victim feels trapped and powerless to leave the relationship. Here are some common things narcissists say to justify their behavior and how they get away with it. 1. It's not my fault. Narcissists often use this phrase to deflect blame and avoid taking responsibility for their actions. They may try to shift the blame onto others or make excuses for their behavior, such as blaming external circumstances or other people's actions. 2. You are overreacting. Narcissists may use this phrase to minimize the impact of the behavior on others and invalidate their feelings. By dismissing someone's emotion as overreacting, the narcissist can avoid taking responsibility for their actions and maintain their sense of superiority. When a narcissist says, "You are just too sensitive," they are attempting to gaslight the victim and make them question their own emotions and experiences. By dismissing the other person's feelings as an overreaction, the narcissist can avoid taking responsibility for their own behavior and maintain their power and control over the victim. This can lead to the victim feeling confused, isolated, and unsupported, as they may begin to doubt their own emotions and wonder if they are the problem. Furthermore, the narcissist's use of this phrase can be particularly damaging because it can lead to the victim suppressing their emotion and denying their own experiences in order to avoid being labeled as too sensitive or overreacting. This can have long-term effects on the victim's mental health, as they may struggle with repressed emotions and difficulty trusting their own instinct. It's important for victims of narcissistic abuse to recognize that their emotions and experiences are valid and that they have a right to feel safe and respected in their relationship. 3. You're just too sensitive. Similar to the previous phrases, this is another way that narcissists attempt to invalidate someone's feelings and shift blame onto the other person. By labeling the other person as too sensitive, the narcissist can avoid taking responsibility for their actions and continue to engage in abusive behavior. 4. I was joking. Narcissists may use humor as a way to mask their abusive behavior and make it seem like they were not serious. By framing their behavior as a joke, they can avoid taking responsibility for the impact of their words and actions on others. Narcissists often use humor as a way to deflect criticism and mask their abusive behavior. They may use jokes or sarcasm to belittle or insult others, but when confronted about their behavior, they will claim that they were just joking. By framing their behavior as a joke, they can avoid taking responsibility for the impact of their words and actions on others. They may even use humor to make light of serious situations, making it difficult for the victim to confront them and hold them accountable for their actions. Furthermore, the narcissist's use of humor can create a sense of confusion and doubt in the victim, as they may begin to question whether the narcissist's behavior was truly abusive or if they are simply being too sensitive. This can further perpetuate the cycle of abuse, as the victim may begin to doubt their own experiences and feelings. In some cases, the narcissist may even use humor as a way of humiliating or shaming the victim, making it difficult for them to speak up or seek help. It is important for victims of narcissistic abuse to trust their instinct and recognize that humor is not a valid excuse for abusive behavior. 5. You misunderstood me. Narcissists may use this praise to deflect blame and avoid taking responsibility for their actions. By shifting the focus onto other person's interpretation of their words or actions, they can avoid addressing the actual impact of their behavior on others. Narcissists often use the praise, "You misunderstood me," as a way of invalidating the other person's feelings and experiences. By dismissing the other person's interpretation of their words and action, they can maintain the belief that they are always right and that others are overly sensitive or irrational. This can be a particularly effective tactic when combined with gaslighting, as the narcissist can use their charisma and charm to make the victim doubt their own memories and experiences. Additionally, the praise, "You misunderstood me," can be used as a way of deflecting blame and avoiding accountability. By shifting focus onto the other person's interpretation of events, the narcissist can avoid addressing the actual impact of their behavior on others. This can make it difficult for the victim again to confront the narcissist and hold them accountable for their actions. Over time, this can lead to a breakdown in communication and a feeling of powerlessness in the victim, as they feel like their experiences and emotions are constantly being invalidated. Narcissists get away with these justifications by using manipulation and gaslighting tactics. They may try to twist the other person's words or make them doubt their own perceptions of reality, making it difficult for the victim to recognize the abusive behavior for what it is. Additionally, narcissists may use their charisma and charm to manipulate others into believing their justifications, even when they are clearly untrue. It's important to recognize these tactics for what they are and to seek support if you are in a relationship with a narcissist. Therapy, support groups, and other resources can help you to establish healthy boundaries and break free from the cycle of abuse. In conclusion, narcissists are experts at justifying their behavior and manipulating language to avoid taking responsibility for their actions. By recognizing their tactics and seeking support, you can begin to reclaim your power and establish healthy relationships based on respect and mutual accountability. In order to break free from the cycle of abuse with a narcissist, it is important to recognize their tactics and not let them get away with justifying their behavior. By seeking support from friends, family, or a therapist, you can begin to reclaim your power and establish healthy relationships based on respect and mutual accountability. It may also be helpful to set clear boundaries and hold the narcissist accountable for their actions, rather than letting them manipulate the situation and avoid responsibility. Remember that you deserve to be treated with kindness and respect, and you don't need help to tolerate abusive behavior from anyone. By standing up for yourself and seeking help when you need, you can break free from the grip of a narcissist and begin to heal and thrive.